Now I've got to clean this thing some more because it's still real dirty. Not dirty, but it's just not going in the hole. Putting some gloves on because it's just getting my hands just black. That old carbon is. Try to keep that carbon off my hands. It ain't hurting nothing. It's just when you go wash your hands, it takes forever to get them clean. It's almost like dealing with diesel oil. I'm gonna move over here to the vise. Gotta be real careful of it. We'll actually crush the thing. So do that after squeeze just enough to hold it. See if we did any good this time, because it's got to be clean enough to, there we go. It's got to slide in there real free, and it is right there. You go, falls right in the hole. That's what I want. It to fall right in there. Okay. Now we can fold this wire back like this. I think. Kind of off to the side. And then push these. So those wires can't short out against anything. That should work right there. Alright. We like that. Kind of tight, but that'll work. We're going to take our Phillips head screwdriver, which I'm using to hold this brush back, which is okay because I'm going to fixing to pull it, let it go, because you want it to hold in there. So I'm going to hold this back with this little screwdriver, pull my screwdriver out, and then let that go right against that brush. Bingo, like that. Now I'll take my Phillips head, put it on my screw, go right in there and put that on there. It's got to be good and tight. So sorry about the camera work there, y'all, but ain't much choice. I got to make sure that we're good and tight, and it's good and tight. That brush is in place. Screw is in, and the brush is holding gets it. All right, so we're done with one. Now I got 3 more to do. So here we go. Use the flathead screwdriver to hold the brush up, which is not going to do very well. I got to hold it like, see, it's kind of, everything's kind of rusty in here, telling me that probably whoever's using this thing has been keeping it out in the weather. That's really bad. And see if I wonder if I can clamp that up right there and hold it. Open them up pretty wide so they'll go right in there. Don't have to be real tight, just enough to hold the spring up and out of the way. Get the spring up now. Like that. See if I can clamp it. There, now I got that spring out of the way. Now I got to work on getting this out, which is not fun, but you can kind of cheat. So what I'll do first, I'll take the screwdriver, take the screw out, okay, that holds it in, holds this brush in. There we go. We did that hole. And then we can take our flat screwdriver and just go under the brush right here and pull up, pull up, pull up, pull up. See, I'm pulling on the wire, kind of. Using the wire like a little leverage. There we go. It comes right out. There we go. Got that one out. She's all corroded up the same way. Just got to clean it real good and get it whittled. You see how it's kind of sandwiched like that? I got to do that same thing again when I put it back in. All right, let's get our file. I'm gonna put this in the vise so I don't have to straighten that thing. Yeah, moving real free now. So it can just up and down real easy. And what we'll do, I just kind of force that up and over to line up with a hole right there. Don't line up perfect, but that's okay. You can take this screwdriver, which, by the way, is a snap-on screwdriver. Some of you probably don't like snap-on because of the expense of it, but you know, I've been a mechanic for 40 some odd years, and I don't have to replace my screwdrivers hardly ever. They last a long time. See what I'm doing? I'm kind of straightening that brush a little bit. Let me keep it up there straight. I can't, as straight as I can. I don't want it to be out of pocket. Keeps turning too far. Hold on a minute. Find another screwdriver. Push it way up there. Okay, now we're tight. Good and straight. And now we can just release this vice grip out of the way. Let that spring, boom, right down against that. And there you go. See, that was in place. Brush is up against there, and we're good. And let me go get the covers right quick, put on. Just popping that with cover on, that's real easy, so you can nothing to it. Same way on this side. Turn them around. And we'll put the cover on this side. It just kind of pushes up, pops into the hole like that. And there we go, those two's done. Now the other two on the other side, so I got to turn it over. Now I do have hydraulic fluid right here, see in the top of this. So I'm just going to kind of lay me a rag over the top of it and go ahead and just turn it over. And it's going to dump a little fluid, but it won't kill us. We'll do it like that. We're ready to do that side. And I'm going to pop the cover off of it. Get a flat screwdriver. Good. Pop out the cover. It's pretty simple little cover. Got two little tabs that holds it. And by the way, this is a Skyjack. It's an SJ3 3219 Skyjack is what it is. And I bought this thing, probably a couple of months ago, and then I used it here at our farm, and then I sold it to a guy, and then he brought it back because it quit working, but he'd done been using it a lot. So, but the problem is, I think he's leaving it out in the rain, and not blaming him, but I mean, he's got helpers that work with him and everything too, but it needs to be kept out of the weather, because you leave it in the weather and all this gets rusted up. I know those two brushes on the top, the springs were, you saw them, they were just solid rust and in real bad shape. So anyway, so here we go. Do the same thing on this side. We're gonna raise this spring up, get it up here in place like that. See if I can hold it up here with a screwdriver like that, and then take my vice grips and clamp like that. That holds it up out of the way. There we go. That's perfect. It's just real good. All right, now we'll do the same thing on this side. We're going to take the screw loose right here and hold this so I can loosen this screw. And now we'll get underneath this brush and lift it out. Lift it out. So what I'm doing is kind of lifting each side till I get it out. It's tight too. It's tight in the hole. I'm having to lift on both sides. It should just slide right in there real smooth, but it's not. So anyway. This one will go in there real easy now. See how it does. Oh yeah, see it's bouncing. That's what I want, in and out, so I should be able to pull it right out. And I can. Be good there. Alright. Just kind of find the hole here to get this in. I think it's right there. Okay. Good and tight. And then we'll gently release the spring. There's a spring against that one. That's good. Now we got to roll over and get the last one. Let's see, it's got to be right. Let's go ahead and put this cover back on this one. And let's see, this hose might be in my way. I don't know, maybe not. We'll see. Yeah, it's gonna roll. I don't know if it'll stay. See if I can poke something under here to hold it. I'm going to use this wire brush handle right here to hold it up. there maybe. There we go. That'll hold it in place right there. So we can get this last one. Screws. Somebody's done boogered that screw up a little bit. Let me go see if I can find a little better screwdriver. The smaller number one. Let's see if it'll go in there. No, it ain't gonna hold either. I can feel it. Let me find my good. Let's see. I think I've got this. Yeah, there we go. Maybe that's a regular number 2. I think it is. Little hammer driver here. What we'll do is make sure it fits the screw good. And it does. It's real good. Put this on here. And then what I'm going to do is first try and see if it'll just come loose behind. I don't know where my black screwdriver's at. I may put it back over here. Ooh, man. Are you feeling that fan right there? That big one? But you don't when you're over there. You wouldn't mind turning it this way, would you? Because that little one ain't doing nothing. See, this screw is really corroded up here real bad. This whole brush set is corroded real bad. I'm going to see if I can get it out. It's going to be a little aggravating. Yeah, it's really froze in there. Come out. Yeah. Shoot. I messed the end of it up. It's really tight. I'm going to get a hold of the pliers, pull and pop at the same time. Maybe it'll come out better. I don't know. It's coming out now. It's really tight. There you go. Look at there. God. And I see why. I don't know if you can see that down in there. Let me get this thing turned so you can see. You might can see down in there. There's some crud right there. See that? I'm gonna have to blow that out before I go much further. All right, I just lost my whole balance here. That's all right. Now we're back up. Pull this back out of the way. I've lost my spring too. How to fix that? Ain't no problem. Just take me in it. Ah, come on now. I'm getting in a hurry. Slow down. Slow down. All right. That armature in there is kind of, if I move this camera up a little closer so you can see, let me just take it off this clip for a minute. Y'all can see what's going on here. See in the hole there, there's a bunch of crud. Take my little brush here, you can see right there's a little big chunk of, it's a big chunk of brush right there. See, that's in the way. Got to get that out. All that mess is making the job harder. I think I got some little cheap wires here that I might get a hold of it with. A good tip. Yeah. That. Well, it fell down in there, it's okay. I'll just take all these covers off and blow all that out real good. It broke. That's all right. I just need to blow all that out and clean that armature. That's actually not the armature, that's the commutator. I keep calling that the armature. The armature is up in here in the motor. This is the commutator, they call that, I'm pretty sure. And it's got a a north and a south, a north and a south, a north and a south, and every time it goes around, it pulls itself around. That's where the power comes from through the brushes. There's a lot better YouTube videos that shows how the electric motor works, and that's what this is. It's just an electric motor that's hooked to a hydraulic pump in the front. Pump's right here, electric motor here, armature. That's a cooling fan in there that cools the motor, and then you got your commutator on the back where your brushes go, and then the wires come off the brushes and go out and connect onto those poles right there to power it up. It's pretty simple. You can see how electric motor works, like I say, on YouTube. In fact, if you want to see this motor right here, this is a part number VDC. The number is 22011142, 24 volt, and you see where it's made in China. Y'all know where China's at, right? That's I think it's down close to Montgomery, I think, China. Yeah, right. But anyway, again, we're working on that right there, that scissor lift, and this is the hydraulic pump for it. And this is the last brush set that I got to clean. I'm going to have to clean it up real good. It's in bad shape. So just hang in here with us. See what happens. Alright, so now we're going to put this thing in. Here he comes with it. that insulation? Oh my goodness.
Stop recording.
Okay. Lift first, we'll see this up. Squeeze the trigger. Motor sounds good.
Yeah, it does.
They have a lot of weird sounds too. That's got it. These are working perfect. The motor sounds real good too. It sounded kind of weird before even when it was working. That's good. You got all the brushes clean. Back and ready to go. We can go back to work. What's happened? We're working here and turtle showed up in the backyard, so we're gonna try to get him back over to the water. He's a soft shell turtle, but we're gonna lay this thing here down and set him on it, and then me and Jeremy are gonna try to tote it over to the creek. All right, just lay it down, Jeremy, all the way down. And there you go.
Sorry.
He's all right. Hold this, okay? Yeah. No, hang on. Let's go, pick it up. Pick that end up, Jeremy. Now, don't let him crawl off. If he starts crawling, we'll have to set it down real quick. Here we go. Keep your eye on him because I don't want him taking off after me.
Yeah.
You know?
Uh-huh.
I don't think you will, but you don't
I
never
don't
know.
think you will either.
Right here. That way he can drop off in the water. All right, buddy, go. Come on. Woo! Okay. Oh, okay, I'm sorry. I didn't know that. The turtle went down the creek here, and I panicked. It wasn't showing with the video, but he flipped over. But where's he at?
In the mud.
He's in the mud down. Oh, there's a frog. Okay. Anyway, he's in the mud right there, but he's in the water, so he's safe now. So here we go. All right, we're gonna go back to work. All right, distractions.